trains, trucks to parachute planes. Let's see where we drift to. Buffers in reverse, road signs wrecked. It's CK gaming time. Driving trains, trucks to parachute planes. Let's see where we drift to. Buffers in reverse, road signs wrecked. It's CK gaming time. Time. Driving trains, dating to stations, forgetting to stop. Driving through red lights, bad buffer stops. It's time for CK Sim Gaming. CK Sim Gaming time. CK Sim Gaming. Driving through stations, forgetting to stop. Driving through red lights, bad buffer stops. It's time for CK Sim Gaming. Trains, trucks to parachute planes. Let's see where we drift to. Buffers in reverse, road signs wrecked. It's CK Sim Gaming time. Time. Driving trains, trucks to parachute planes. Let's see where we drift to. Buffers in reverse, road signs wrecked. It's CK Sim Gaming time. Time. Driving trains, dating to stations, forgetting to stop. Driving through red lights, bad buffer stops. It's time for CK Sim Gaming. CK Sim Gaming time. CK Sim Gaming. Driving through stations, forgetting to stop. Driving through red lights, bad buffer stops. It's time for CK Sim Gaming.
Hello again everyone, welcome back to another stream. This time we're back in Train Simulator Classic 2024 and going to be doing a couple of scenarios by DPS called Buffer Puffer Tours. So yeah, just a couple of scenarios. We'll get going and see how we get on. Here we are. So, first scenario is part 1. As I said, there's quite a few parts in the scenario. Part 1 and Part 8 are on the West Coast Main Line Trent Valley route, and then the other 6 parts are on the around, I think it's South London network or South London lines, the majority of that. So we're going to play part 1 and 2. Just the first scenario is around 70 minutes, well 80 if you include my driving, and then the other part is about 30 or 40 minutes. If I do have time, I'll try and redo the Class 52 scenario on the Riviera line, but that depends if I've got time to do it or not. I would have loved to have done another scenario instead today on the West Coast, on the Seattle Carlisle line, but unfortunately that scenario is about 95 minutes long, so I don't really have time to do that one in the stream today. But never mind, I'll try it again another day. So anyway, let's get on with the scenario. So this morning you'll be in charge of part of the first leg of the Buffer Puffer 11 rail tour. Using a pair of DRS Class 37 locomotives and Mark 1 coaching stock, you will drive part of the first leg between Stafford and Rugby. Now this train here is from the steam version of Wherry Lines. If you do have Wherry Lines and you bought it from the Armstrong Powerhouse site, you'll have to swap your stock over because it's not the same asset, it's in a different place. I have the steam version of the AP Wherry Lines, as well as the normal version, and so you can select this train in here, but as I said, if you've got TS tools or whatever, you can swap the train over if you wish. Right, anyway, let's get going. 6 in the morning, hopefully it won't be too dark. West Coast Main Line, Trent Valley route as well. Let's open the doors. What I love about this train as well is that there's some steam coming out of the carriages here, which is quite cool. Hey, here he is, it's Dave, he's appeared. Well, if everyone's fallen asleep, I don't mind. You know, I'm here to make people fall asleep. Right, anyway, let's just go in here. I need to just change a few things first before we carry on. I need to change the... Oh, where do I change the camera options? There we go. Need to just... It's a bit better. Right. Let's do that. All ready to go. So yeah, if you swap these with the ones from the AP Wherry Lines, you'll also have the DRS logos on the side of the train here. Or if you want, you can also swap it with, say, the Class 37 AP packs. Oh yeah, that's true indeed, Dave. Yeah. I'm recommended by therapists everywhere. If you have trouble sleeping, just watch one of CK's streams, and you'll be in sleep in no time. How are you anyway? How's things? Got a 70 going through. Right, first stop is Tamworth. Let's see how we get on. It's been a while since I've driven this train. Every man in his truck. That sounds a bit dangerous. It sounds a bit like me playing ETS. Like I say, I always knew that I was realistic with my driving in ETS, you know. Sounds a bit like everyone was in convoy mode. Right, anyway, let's go. We've got Tamworth, which is 23 miles away. What time does it say I'm due in there? At 6:36. Oh, that'll be at least another 5 minutes added on for that. Well, you never know. I might make it on time. We got any interior views? Oh, look at that. Very posh. Got some Thompson wagons there. Hey Egbert, you just come just as I started. I've literally just pulled out of Stafford, and we're heading down the line towards Rugby. Some of these old coaches with a bit of steam coming out of them. Either that or people are vaping. So this is a 70-minute scenario, or 80 minutes if you take my driving into account. Someone pulled the chain, yeah. Yeah. Lurking packing. What, lurk pack? Katie's got the lurk pack out. Right, well, anyway, we're heading towards Tamworth. Ah. Better start slowing down again, because you know there's a red coming up. Let me know. Is it quite dark for you on the stream? Let me know. I might see if I can brighten up a bit. It is 6 o'clock in the morning though in the scenario, so it's going to be a little bit dark-ish. And it seems all right there. I was going to play the Settle Carlisle scenario today, Egbert, but then I just finished the stream where I went to Cairo, went to the pyramids, and then had to have something to eat, and then as I was start the stream I realised that the other scenario was nearly 95 minutes long, so I didn't really have time to play it and do this one together, so I'll do the Settle Carlisle one another day. I'm going to do part 1 and part 2 of this. First part is on West Coast Main Line, Trent Valley. Second part is on South London lines. And then if I've got time, I'll try and redo that Class 52 scenario on the Riviera line. But only if I've got time at the end of the stream to do it. We'll see how we get on. But I'll probably do the Settle to Carlisle scenario tomorrow. There's a lot of yellows along here because I'm a rail tour, so you know your importance is not so important. Just following yellows at the minute. As I said, it's a shame when these scenarios were made that the West Coast Main Line South Line hadn't been released yet, because I'm sure they would have made some scenarios for that route as well, as it travels down to London. Might have a red here. It's really hard to see through these OHLE things. Yeah, there you go. It's a yellow, definitely. You can see it now. This train is called Concrete Bob. That's what happened to Bob the Builder after he had an accident with some concrete. He became Concrete Bob. Badum-tish. What time are we due into Tamworth? 6:30? Is it 6:38? Yeah, we're roughly on time at the minute, but I've got a feeling we'll probably get behind. You know me. Is there a statue? What, Concrete Bob? Don't know. Who knows? No, I'm sure, you know, if you actually look up why it was called Concrete Bob, it's probably got some more importance rather than just me messing around. I don't know what happened to this train, no Egbert, so I don't know if this train still exists or it's gone to the scrap heap. Who knows? It's a lot easier to look things up when you're not the one streaming things. Got a flashing yellow. So we got 425 and then at the end we got 405. Hello, Chris. Hope you're doing good. Just playing a set of scenarios called the Buffer Puffer Tour by DPS Simulations, and quite old scenarios now these. We're on the West Coast Mainline Trent Valley. This is part 1, driving to Rugby, and then part 2 will be in the on the South London Lines route. Got a good green, that's nice. Let's put the foot down then. Yeah, hey, welcome back, Noxie. Yeah, we got one at the back and one at the rear. It's because there's a lot of reversing, because this tour, trains will go into like dead ends and then they have to come out the other end. Plus it's quite a long train as well, so probably helps a little bit. The rear 37 probably does a lot of the... Did you get a chance to eat dinner? Well, no, it's not dinner time for me yet. It's more like lunch, so yes, I did eat some stuff. But I don't have dinner till later. But I just had something to drink and something to eat. Because I've done quite a lot of streaming today. So we're on the West Coast Mainline Trent Valley. I'm about to go there. I don't know if this power station actually exists now anymore, whether it's closed now. Like everywhere. I've driven some scenarios. There's a few scenarios you can get where you can actually drive like into there and drive off. It's luncheon for CKs. There's a snob, don't you know? I'm not a snob. I don't know why everyone thinks I'm a snob. Anything but. Jeeves, some more of that caviar, please, thanks. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mute my mic again. That takes me. Press the wrong button. Has anyone else ever done that, where you go to press the B key and you press the V key instead that does the wiper? Yeah, luncheon vouchers. Still double yellows. All the time. Glad someone else does it. I was hoping that someone would, rather than just saying it was just me. Is there any railways where you still have to steam? Oh, I suppose steam lines, don't you? Silly me, answered my own question. But I mean, they don't do that on the main line now. Mainline tours, don't they? They don't use like steam heating on rail carriages on the main line for like rail tours and stuff these days. I guess on the heritage line you'll still have steam heating. Trying to think what year this scenario was set in as well. These scenarios, I mean. Yeah, of course. Mm. I know they do heating coaches as well. Well, I think, but I don't know, not up to scratch and all that. I remember when I was a kid though, I used to get the trains up to Bristol and that Class 33 Mark 1s, and they used to have steam on them. I used to love going on them in the winter. There was one train that used to have the steam as well. I can't remember what one it was, but pretty cool. Geez, you can't drive your car? Why, what have you done now? You've been driving an EV bus all day? Oh dear. Does it come with sound effects? Can you make it sound like a Formula 1 car, you know? Put some speakers out the back. A bus emulator. Which bus would you like to emulate today? Well, I'd like to be a whatever bus. What do you think about EV buses, Dave? Do you think they're the future? I mean, obviously good for the environment. Do you have to leave them at a charging thing in the depot, or does someone else do that to charge them up? Well, there you go. I like your honesty. It's the future, you know. Yeah. Right. Right, we're supposed to be at... Well, no, we're still alright. Amazingly, I'm still on time going to Tamworth. All this... all this dilly-dallying. Wow, I'm only allowed to do 75? That's terrible. Why can't I go faster? I want to go at least 80. Says here I can go 80. Why can't I come in? Why can I only do 75? I suppose it's to do with, like, it's a rail tour. I wonder what the life of one of those buses is as well, because of the battery wear, you know. I wonder if they last, how long they last compared to like a traditional, typical bus with a diesel engine. In life hours, I mean. Are they single decker or double decker ones you're driving, Dave? Right, we've got 7 miles to go before the first stop. Now up here is it here? Where is it? Here, I mean, silly me. This is where the Cross City line, Birmingham Cross City line ends, and also starts if you're going to Redditch. So this is where the trains come in here, and then you come down from up there, come up some stairs, and then you get on your Cross City line to Birmingham from up here. There we are. Wow. Right. Lichfield, Trent Valley. Just a bit of pointless information there for you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did wonder. An ADL E200. Never ceases to amaze you how much rail detail there is in this game. Yeah, this was quite a good route, even when it came out at the time. Thompson Interactive did this route, and still a very good route considering when it first came out. A lot of assets in it, very detailed. But yeah, pretty good route really. And then they also did quite a lot of Austrian routes as well, which I didn't really play much of. But they did this route, Edinburgh to Glasgow, Glasgow Airport link, and that's kind of in chronological order as well. So, but after they did this route, they just started doing more Austrian stuff. You'll know them probably now as Rivet Games. And also the head of the company that did these routes at the time in Thompson Attributes was called Alan Thompson, not related to the Alan Thompson that has the community website. They're two different people, even though their names are both very similar. A lot of people mistake one for the other and think Alan Thompson that made this route is also the same Alan Thompson that does the website with the community. It's not the same person. Thompson spelt differently. Oh, we're being overtaken by a Virgin. Is that the Pendolino? Yep. Yeah, so this is all set in the Virgin Trains era. So they're not the Thompson twins, no, unfortunately not. Sir Robert McAlpine here. We've got Concrete Bob. So, oh, there you go. That must have been his nickname for Robert. Sir Robert McAlpine. That must have been his nickname then. Concrete Bob, was it? Makes sense. See, I knew there was a reason why it was called Concrete Bob. I knew it wasn't anything to do with Bob's Builder. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. Oh, caravan site. Right, we're coming into Tamworth soon, and we're already more or less on time. Terrible. There was me telling you all it's going to take 80-minute scenario, and then we might actually do it in 70. I feel like I've been misleading you all again. False advertising. CK said it was going to take him 80 minutes, and he did it in 70. Luckily we're not neutralising today, so we don't have to worry about the neutral zone. Right. Oh. I think I've just gone over a little bit there. Never mind. Let's read what Dave wrote. County Council has four. He worked for us 40 200 EV3s out of the four. 3 of the 4 on the road, as one is in the garage for repairs and awaiting parts. Ah. Oh, is that a... there's another line up here. There's a cross-country 170 popping in. What station is this one? This is, oh, Tamworth Upper, isn't it? That's 2 stations with an upstairs. One of them has 54 clay on the clock for an 8-year-old bus. You can hear some watery sound effects here. Looks like we've got to wait here a while. Oh, there's the neutral zone section there. Oh, and there's a cross-country Voyager that's just come in as well. That's cool. Got a Voyager and a 170. And we got some arrival buses. Connecting Staffordshire. I don't think they're actually called Arrival. I think they're probably something else. Imagine placing and connecting all those gantries. Yeah, I know. I'm glad I don't do route design. Plus you'd have to keep saving everything every 5 minutes in case the game crashed and then you lost everything. You know what train sim can be like for route building. I mean, Katie knows all about it. I mean, Katie's tried building routes herself. I mean, you remember when Captain Jenks was trying to build that route? The amount of times it kept crashing on him, crash dumping. And then we had to keep reminding him quite often to keep saving because he'd forget. Just going to wait for this to come out. I think it's purposefully trying to make me late. Right, anyway. Probably shouldn't really be doing that at 6:42 in the morning, but you know, it's a gamulator. Well, I mean, all the parts, for example, you know, to even build the buses, they all have to dig mines, and it's so. I mean, there's a lot of unenvironmentally friendly things they do to make the batteries and stuff. So, and then obviously once the lifetime of the batteries run, you've got to then dump the battery. So, I mean, you know, that's not exactly the. It's really hard to get rid of the batteries as well once they're done with. Okay, got Nuneaton next. Luckily for me, I have eaten. Yeah, I never saw that thing that Rowan Atkinson did. But anyway, that's what I just think, you know, all the materials to make all the batteries and everything. And then obviously disposing of it all at the end. And the cars are heavier too, so they can cause more wear and tear on the road. I mean, there's lots of things. I mean, you know, I'm just thinking about it in my way. But I mean, how much do they weigh, Dave, compared to, say, a normal bus because of the battery? Volvo ignored their own study and sold EVs anyway. Yeah, I mean, in Norway, I think someone was saying that in Norway now, nearly the whole country is now running on electric vehicles. But then they have a lot of the infrastructure, and a lot of the problem here in the UK as well is that they don't have enough charging points as well for things. Because you imagine how many charging points would have to be all around the country. even now you get sometimes in the summertime where people are getting upset in car parks because they might have to queue up and wait an hour for someone to finish on a charger before they can charge their own car. Oh, it's the same, is it, Dave? That's good. Oh yeah, well we're just talking about completely full EV vehicles here, Noxie. But I know what you mean about hybrids though. I know they're very popular in America and stuff. But here in Europe and that, they want, I think it's at 2035 or 2030, they want basically no more petrol diesel cars to be sold. And everybody's got to be electric. Of course you can have petrol cars, but obviously they're not allowed to sell them anymore. Oh, okay, Dave. I just know that electric cars, like, you know, the batteries weigh a lot more. But I wondered if the buses had the same issue, where the battery was a lot bigger than heavier than what the normal buses were. But yeah, I mean, hybrids are popular, yeah. Look at that. Just more of them to go bang. Right, 7 miles from Nuneaton. But I think they said, is it in America? I think the Nissan, the Toyota Prius is probably one of the most popular hybrids, isn't it, in America? I think. Yeah. Don't know why I slowed down then. Was there a double yellow? I just can't remember. I was so busy looking at the chat then. Right, so we're at 60. Yeah. Take 20% battery to drive 17 miles at empty. I think I remember in Sweden when I last went there, they had some electric buses on some routes, and then they also had is it gas powered ones, and they have like a big tank on the roof. It's almost like you see a thing on the roof where all the gas goes in. I'm trying to think what they were called though. Oh, okay. Yeah, probably why I'm thinking about the Prius thing, because, like I say, I'm not really into cars that much. I mean, like, as in, like, I don't know every new model that comes out or whatever. Do you remember Saturn cars, Noxie? The car manufacturer in America called Saturn. A friend of mine used to love getting Saturns. Yeah. And the last car she had, a Saturn, it got written off in the hurricane a few months back in Florida. which was a shame. She'd had it about 20 years, I think. It got written off because it got washed away. You just sent me. I'll look at it later, Dave. I'm a bit busy at the minute. Trying to make a train late. But yeah, she used to love Saturn. Every new car she got was always a Saturn. And then obviously Saturn stopped making cars, so she made sure her last Saturns last him forever. Right, 3.2 miles to Nuneaton. Stop, look at the DM and it will be late. Well, I'll look at the DM when I'm in... Where did you... You didn't send me a bus. I'm looking at my DMs now. Not unless you haven't sent it yet. Not unless it's my Discord. Sometimes on one of my phones it's a bit delayed, so sometimes I get things about half an hour later. There we go. Climate rail. I think you can get these redone, but they'll have the Tesco stuff on them, I think. It's probably because I've not reinstalled the... There are a number of those companies where Japanese and US manufacturers got together to make cars. Yeah, she used to love Saturns. Used to have like a little logo of Saturn. I remember a friend of mine lived in Boston, and he used to have the same sort of car that was in Uncle Buck. Obviously that was quite a long time ago now. I'm trying to think when I went there. I think it was about probably 99, 2000 possibly, something like that. But obviously he'd had it a long time, so obviously, yeah, but it's quite a cool car, really. They like their American cars in Sweden. You see them a lot. Muscle cars and that they drive around. American classics. Obviously here you get people into them too, but a lot of people in Sweden seem to like their American cars. Not sure why, they just do. Could be also because Sweden, like there's not a big population, but most of them are around in the cities, so that it's probably because in the UK more people are into American cars and spread out all over the country, whereas in Sweden they're just kind of congregated around in the major towns and cities. But I mean, I remember there was one town in northern Sweden that I used to go to, and there was a lot of people up there that used to like driving around in the 60s and 70s American cars. Oh, there's a Pendolino just going through. Right, are we actually late? Oh my gosh. We're 2 minutes early. We're 2 minutes early. Well, we will be. We'll probably be on about a minute early by the time I actually stop. I think I must be putting some practice in for that class 52 scenario I've got to redo at some point. So this would be like stopping points, so that people that are going on the rail tour, these would be picking them up, ready for them to go down to London and go around all the lines around London and then go all the way back up this line again at the end of the day. Fort William. It's not a bad route as well. Yeah, they did this route as well, didn't they? I remember now, because they had the 37s with the, you know, the system on there for changing the, to tell them, you know, on the single lines and stuff. Not very well explained by me, but there you go. Oh, there's another cross-country train there. There was a branding patch someone did in the community for this, but as I said, because I always keep reinstalling my train sim from scratch, and obviously there's a lot of things I forget to install again. Because give it a few months, I'll probably be doing a clean install of it all again anyway. It's going to Stansted Airport. Even the clock works, look. Oh, there's a supermarket over there. What's that one called? Carpet Magic. Go Natural Interiors. Angus. I wonder what one that's supposed to be. I wonder what shop that's normally. Activity Rent-A-Car. And I guess this is supposed to be a supermarket, is it? Oh, there we go. What's this one? Oh, Scran. What's this? Is this supposed to be the cinema? Look, there's New York. It's a disaster movie. I can't really read what the other ones are. The textures are pretty low res, but you know. Oh, there we go. Mollison's. I wonder what supermarket that one is. Mollison's. I wonder what that one is there. Oh wow, they got two Mollisons. Look at that. They've got loads of Mollisons in Nuneaton, haven't they? Talking about cars. What cars we see? BMW. Looks like is that a Lamborghini there? Looks like a Lamborghini to me. Oh look, that's a Volvo, isn't it? Is that a Volvo, that one? Or is that a... Yeah. Looks a bit like an XC90. See, that looks a bit like a Ford Focus. Whether it is or not, I don't know. Transit. A little bit of everything in here, isn't there, really? Right. Oh, we better go. Damn. That's terrible. I've been sitting here gossiping and we should have gone about 2 hours ago. Is this GTA now? Yeah, GTA 3. GTA 3 Nuneaton it's called. Nuneaton DLC $29.99. Right, next stop is Rugby. Oh look, we've got all ticks. That's amazing. In fact, I can probably get to Nuneaton Rugby about an hour late and it'd still give me a tick. Life in first class. I think that noise would annoy me after a while though. The tick isn't your logo, that's Nike. Oh, easy tech bird. Silly me. According to Discord, it's still sending. Oh. It's probably because it detects it's an environmentally friendly vehicle, so it's sending it an environmentally friendly way. I'll probably get someone knocking on my door in a minute, and there'll be some guy from a delivery company, and he'll have it printed out on paper for me. Instead of wasting so much electricity, we've decided to send it to you in an electric van on recyclable paper using recyclable ink. And here's the picture of the bus. Hashtag blame Dave. Stream died for a few minutes. Oh no, that's probably my end, that is. Oh. Got some pictures of it now, thank you Dave. Got a picture of one in the daytime and one at night time. Oh yeah, they got these like huge things on the roof, haven't they? Makes me think of the Leyland buses back in the day. One in day, one early morning. Ah, cool. The colour scheme makes me think of Southern trains because of the white and the green. I used to like Southdown buses when they were a thing. And there's another thing, green and white. Yeah. Green, white and dirt, you mean? Oh, I wasn't going to say anything about the dirt. Oh, there's a canal boat there. Is it actually moving? Let's see. No, it's moored up. It was hard to tell because it looked like as I was getting towards it, it was moving as well. But okay, 6 miles to go. I've really been playing this scenario for 70 minutes already. Guess I have been. Time flies, doesn't it? Feels like I've only been playing it for about 20 minutes. I can only go up to 75. Says I'm speeding. That's very naughty. Minus 20,000 points. Good job this isn't a career scenario. I don't know if Trent Valley had any career scenarios actually. I didn't think about it. But obviously this is a third party one. Right, Pendolino coming up. Oh, that's interesting. Just realised there was no logos on it. It's because there used to be a reskin you used to get, and then and now whenever you installed it now in a pack, AP puts textures in that takes the Virgin logo away. So I have to go and find the version of that that's got the Virgin logo in to put it back on again. Never mind. Not the end of the world. Start slowing down again. Got a yellow. Single yellow means the next one ahead might be a red, or it could be yellow. I think it's a red. It's hard to see though. It hasn't been timed out yet. I know. We got a yellow. Right, about to come into rugby in a second. Well, not a second exactly, but you know what I mean. Right, we're coming into the final stop for this scenario, which is rugby. You will all fall asleep and you will magically wake up in South London next. Overrun a little bit. Right, that'll be the end of the scenario, and I'll load up the next one. Well done, you've managed to complete all of the tasks required of you this morning. Well, that's nice. It's nice to have done all of the tasks. Okay, so let's have a look at the next scenario. Right, this one is on South London lines. South London network, that's the one. There we go. Buffer Puffer. Part 2, there we go. This afternoon you are in charge of a leg of the Buffer Puffer 11 rail tour using a pair of Class 37s and Mark 1 coaching stock. You will drive the section from Bromley Junction to Stewart's Lane. Cheers, Dave. Thanks for popping in. There we are. Right, so we're going to carry on. So we're just sitting here waiting for some trains to go by, and then we'll make our way through South London. Make sure all the lights are on. There we go. I've just got to wait at this signal. Let's see what we're waiting for up here. Oh, looks like we're waiting for a Class 319. Okay, let's go. Oh. CK, you're supposed to be going forwards, not backwards. Right, anyway, there we go. That's my reverse. Task done for today. Next we just need to see the Gatwick Express and I think we'll be done. Right. Through the fun of South London. Since the first waypoint is called Battersea Line. Oh, okay, 7 miles. It's going to take 30 minutes to do 7 miles apparently. That's about right. Like I say, all round the houses, no doubt. Oh, actually, I don't think we're in London, are we? We're in Paris. I can see the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is in view. There it is. There's the Eiffel Tower. It's the South Paris lines, apparently, this one. Oops. Well, there we are. Oh, look at that. A wonderful view of the Eiffel Tower in the background there. It was almost like I stopped there on purpose. As irascible saps would say, this was an E-cups. Right. Lovely view of the Eiffel Tower there in the background. Oh, speeding. That's not good. I think that was Paris Nord we just went past. Didn't see any Eurostar trains. This is the Channel Tunnel. I think we're heading back over towards England now. Apparently I'm speeding. I thought the limit had already changed. Gypsy Hill. So we're back in England now. After going through the Channel Tunnel. Class 455. I might have a red coming up here, so to keep my eye out. But yeah, all these speed limits around here. Got a yellow. So in a way, Noxie, you know, you said earlier London, well, we are here at last. This is West Norwood. Wasn't this Blackpool? No, that was Paris. Then we went through the Channel Tunnel. And now we're back in England again. We come out the tunnel in London again. Yeah, and this is, yeah, exactly. And this is London now, yep. Yeah. They do tell you, don't they, that the UK is actually quite small. And there we go. Oh, we've got to... the outskirts of the great city. I had to put the emergency brake on it, think I was going to stop. What are we waiting for here then? Oh, here we go. So this station is Tulse Hill. So yeah, we're just waiting for that train to leave. So we probably will be able to go now. Let's see. We got a yeah. Tell the traffic's picking up. Yep. Indeed. This is why it's taking so long just to do a few miles. Means about a junction. So it's like caution, there's a junction coming up. And you can see that there'll be a junction up here. So you get the yellow with the feather. So that flashing light before is to tell you that the next signal will probably have a feather on it for junction. So it's just for you to be cautious of that. Well, not really on here because you don't really have big speed limits anyway. We're in a 25-30 section. So I mean, they're spaced out a lot more, so obviously if you're on a high speed line, that flashing yellow would be a good distance before the actual junction. But because the speeds on this section are very low anyway, that's why there's a shorter distance between signals, because obviously your speed isn't as high. I mean, you can see I'm in a 15 limit now, then a 45, and then it goes to a 20. This is what it's like around this part of London, these speed limits. Because there's a lot of curves everywhere, because they have to sort of like curve round everything. Obviously. There's Canary Wharf in the distance there. And then you've got London City Airport near there as well. back for another break. No worries, Katie. We're just winding our way through London. You just missed the Eiffel Tower. Went past the Eiffel Tower a bit earlier. I don't know if we can still see it from here. No, can't see it now. But, went past the Eiffel Tower. Went quite close to it actually. Could almost see the tourists on it waving as we went past. And then we went into the Channel Tunnel and came out in London. So this is Herne Hill coming up. Yeah, you could you not? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. Oh, we've just got to stop here at this red light for a bit. I think we've got to just wait for this train to come through. I'll be heading to London Victoria. Should get a yellow in a minute once that's gone past the signal. And we can start making our way slowly towards the final destination for the scenario. Although we could be held here to wait for another train to come through as well, so... So we got to wait for a couple to come through, maybe. Yeah. Looks like it. Just got to wait for this one to unload and load, and then we'll be on our way. This is what happens with rail tours, you see, Noxie. They don't get high priority. So then sometimes they have to sit and wait for other services to do things before they're allowed to carry on going again. Yeah, but because this is a rail tour, it gets quite a low priority. So it has to fit in, has to slot in around everything else. But a lot of the time, all that stuff will be kind of timetabled in anyway, although sometimes you'll find that on rail tours, trains can run quite late. Egbert can probably tell you about that. because all you need is, you still might have to wait for a train that's running late, so then you get later and later as well, and then because you then get later, you then might have to wait even longer at places to fit into things, and then it can build up during the day. You don't have the concept of rail tours in the UK much, in the US much. No, I mean, I think even passenger services in US, don't they? If it's like on a line that's used by a lot of freight, the passenger services get, obviously, freight is obviously number one priority. You know, in the UK it's normally passengers, and then freight is like lower priority. Yeah, I'm just thinking of those trains that go, say, from west coast to east coast or vice versa, and then they end up having to slot in around the freight trains. I think Germany has a similar system where if it's like if it's not the national rail company DB, then if you're like Flix Train or some other operator, then you're like second, you're lower priority as well. So you could be running on time on Flix Train, and then if a DB train's running late, they'll stop yours just to let the other train go past, because obviously they sort of see it like that. Alright, let's carry on again. He actually spent 7 hours at a station on Amtrak. Some of a passenger train derailed in Portland, and we had to wait for them to arrive. Oh gosh. Ah, well done, Noxie. Yeah, there you go. You got me. Yeah. Terrible. I'm surprised. Surprised Katie didn't do that. It's normally Katie that gets me, but there we go. Right, I'm going to do a bit of reversing. Shouldn't really, but well, who doesn't love a bit of reversing in one of my streams? Oh, thank goodness for that. I heard a train coming. I thought, no, that's not for me. Oh, I know it wasn't. I was actually surprised that... I was actually surprised about it as well. Yeah, exactly. I think Katie taught you well. I think Katie must have been giving you lessons. Right, let's get out of here quick. Right, we can go back now. Just need to see a Gatwick Express now, and then everything is complete, really. I wonder if there's some buffers at the end. Probably not. I mean, it is the buffer puffer. This is Brixton, I think. We're going through now. I still remember when I thought that was a dodgy asset, and I was like, "Oh, that's the textures are all corrupted on that person," and someone said it was a statue, and I was like, "Oh yeah." Well, it's because I went there in real life. That's right. I remember there. I went through there in real life and realised that there was actually like statues that were there, like bronze statues. Realised it wasn't a dodgy texture, it was actually like part of a statue. I don't know if we'll see the Gatwick Express on this one. Oh no, not another red. No, thank goodness for that. Didn't think it could be, because we had a green. Possibly. Oh, we got some buffers, I think, at the end. Nice. Right, I think we're going into the depot now, which would be part of the rail tour, because obviously normally you don't go on a passenger train that goes into the depot, so this is all part of the rail tour. Going into an area that you don't normally go to. That's why a lot of people like doing these rail tours. You go on to parts of the network that normal passenger trains don't often. Well, I mean, these trains will, but not with passengers in. I mean, you know, like an empty to a depot or whatever. But so this is Stewart's Lane depot. And then part 2 will carry on from here. So you get lots of little parts where you're exploring little areas of this rail network. So I was going to cover part 1 and part 2 today. And then part 2, part 3 and 4 I'll do another day. That's if there is a part 2 and a 3, of course. Battersea Power Station. Now a giant shopping mall with lots of houses and things all built on the side. They kept the chimneys, and they built a new an underground station there as well, but inside all that now is like a giant shopping mall. Those of you that have the Pink Floyd album will recognise this from a Pink Floyd cover. Yeah, they took all the they because this is like a protected building. When they took the when they removed all the things. I mean, this is all changed now around the side. They've got like all these modern apartment buildings now, but inside. See, at the time it become a bit redundant, so there wasn't really much inside. And then developers came in and they've got like a giant shopping mall inside here now. You can look it up on the internet. And you can go on you can go up one of these chimneys. They have like a tourist attraction where I think it's like an elevator and it takes you to the top of one of these chimneys so you can look out at the view. But it took a while, took quite a few years for them to develop it. Oh crap. Slow down. Oh no, maybe I should have let's just carry on a little bit. I mean, this is the buffer kisser tour apparently. Let's see if I can actually get up the slope. Let me put it. Oh no! I think it's because I was still moving. Oh no, well, it doesn't matter. I won't get a tick for it, but who cares? It's just fun. Oh, never mind. I can't. It won't let me go up there now. Oh, because now it won't let me. No, I can't. Oh, I wonder if we can still do this. No, it won't let me do the brakes. I don't think. Hang on a minute. Can I touch the brakes? No. Oh no, it's locked out. Oh well, that's a shame. I really wanted to. It's quite a slope there, though. That's probably what happened. I probably lost momentum and then went backwards. And then because it thought I'd stopped, because it then detected I was moving. It then thought I was not doing my task properly. Never mind. I wanted to hit the buffer. That's probably why I slowed down a bit, because I was doing 15 and I saw the buffer and I thought, oh, I've got to slow down there, and then suddenly slowed. You were too busy explaining the shopping mall. Yeah, but I wanted to do that in the background, like you know, and then just sort of like go back to the train and go, oh no, and does it hit the buffer? But yeah, never mind. Right, anyway, the next scenario, which I won't be playing today, is on will be part 3. And that will be from the other loco at the other end, because obviously we've gone to buffers. And then we'll be driving a part 3. And then there's a part 4 and a part 5 and a part 6. And there should be a part 7 somewhere. So where's the part 7 then? Is part 7 on London to Brighton, I wonder? Let's just have a look. On London to Brighton. I wonder if it's on London to Brighton, part 7 then. Doesn't look like it. Let's see. Don't know where part 7 is then, because there's 8 parts. I don't know which one the 7 is on. I'll have to look. Nobody ever makes it to part 7. Well, well, I'm sure most people do, Noxie. It's just obviously me that probably won't make it to a part 7. But there is, yeah. I wonder what route it's on then. Not unless it's on like Chatham Main Line or something, is it? Maybe. I'll have to have a look at the manual, the documentation that comes with them scenarios to find out which route 7 is on. Because I'm just trying to think what other route could it be on. Let's have a look. What's the other one? It's London Faversham High Speed. Is it on this one? No. Don't know then. I'll have to try and work out what route that's supposed to be on then. Anyway, I'm going to head off now. So until tomorrow, I'll see you all later. Not sure what I'll be streaming in the morning. It'll probably be, I don't know, it might be a drifting stream, it might not, or it might be a train sim. But anyway, I'll see you all later. Thanks Katie, thanks Noxie, thanks everyone else that popped in as well. Dave, Egbert, and yeah, catch you all another time. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.
Trucks to parachute planes. Let's see where we drift to. Buffers in reverse, road signs wrecked. It's CK Sim Gaming time. Driving trains, trucks to parachute planes. Let's see where we drift to. Buffers in reverse, road signs wrecked. It's CK Sim Gaming time. Driving trains.